Hello, and welcome to episode number 3 with your boy Birchboi, where I review games most relevant to me. And as of late, I've been playing Titanfall 2 like crazy. This game's heat. This game's super slept on. I'm gonna just say it now. Go buy it. Go get it. Go get the game. It's on Game Pass. It's on sale right now. Go buy it. It's heat. Go buy it right now. All right, bye. Deuces. So let's start off with the story of Titanfall 2, a solid experience overall. I will try not to spoil the story because this is something you definitely have to experience on your own. I'll just say this, the story was super solid, the maps were super solid, the atmosphere was brilliant, the music was good. A lot of the platforming, seeing that as this is a very mobile heavy game where you need to learn how to wall run and carry momentum a lot in order to move fast and be as efficient as possible. The maps were built around mobility and learning how to utilize the jump kit you were given, and it is an overall excellent experience when it came to map design and structure overall. There was two missions that stuck out to me like crazy that no other game has mimicked. This game does first-person platforming brilliantly when it comes to the story. There was a map where you're in a factory and it's building something. It's building like it's building like fake villages and stuff for combat training, I'm pretty sure. And the way you see structures coming in, rotating and like moving and shifting, and you have to be smart with it. You have to know where to move and how to wall run and what to jump to. It was brilliant. And what it does too is this game doesn't leave you clueless, right? Like if you're lost, you have an option to spawn in a ghost that will wall run and show you where to go, right? So like you can either take that path or you can think of your own path that would be more efficient and maybe a cooler way for you to do it, right? Like it was really well done.
What the hell are they building here, BT?
Unknown, but I doubt the IMC are mass-producing homes. They usually destroy them.
I feel like a lot of games that have platforming in them don't make a lick of sense. For example, Jedi: The Fallen Order, there's like the platforming was done well in that game, but when it came to a world standpoint, like I was just thinking to myself, how are people getting around on this planet in real life? Like, is everybody wall running and jumping chasm to chasm? It doesn't make any sense. But in Titanfall 2, I felt like it made so much sense with the world that they developed. It was awesome.
Simulation dome scenario activated. Resetting terrain.
Impressive, pilot. You made it all this way alive. Unfortunately for you, there is only one way out. Step up to the platform.
Another mission that came out to me was there was like a device where you would press a button on your hand and you would dimension jump, but you would be in the same place. Like your physical being was jumping from dimension to dimension, and it starts you in this place that has been clearly destroyed and wiped out by something. Everything's on fire and things are difficult to get through. But if you press a button and jump back, I feel like it was back in time, it wasn't dimension jumping. You would jump like back in time at that same spot, and you would see the soldiers that were alive at that moment, and they would see you and they're like, oh my god, what's going on, where did this guy come from? But at that time the structure was built up completely. There's no destruction, things are working properly. So if there was something that was burnt down in the present dimension, you would have to jump past to the past dimension and you would be able to get through, because there is no structural damage, right? It was brilliant, and it works seamlessly. It was awesome. You would press this button, there was no loading screen, nothing. Everything was built up normally, and you're like, oh my god, I'm in a whole different world, but I'm not. It was awesome. It's hard to explain, I feel like. I'll just have to show gameplay. But it was a brilliant map and level, and jeez, excellent. Excellent level design, excellent mission structure, excellent.
Elevator banks on level 4 to intercept. Copy that, Control. On our way, Control.
I'll end off the story bit with characters, or shall I say character. I feel like BT as the robot or Titan as your companion throughout the game made the experience, well, I won't say made the experience because the maps were sick, but BT was an awesome supporting character. Nah, BT was the main character. Jack was a supporting character, let's be real. BT's he's a robot, right? So he doesn't really have much of a witty personality, but how we would logically respond to Jack's or your choices through dialogue was brilliant, and I thought it was really awesome. How you would see him learn how to use like human interactions and stuff like that was awesome. And just overall the bond that those two would build up throughout the story experience was really solid and definitely unmatched. But yeah, overall the story man was solid. Please, I would really recommend you just to buy the game, just to experience the story. It was really good.
Pilot, this Titan weapon is an advanced design and may give us a tactical advantage.
I think somebody's in love.
A human's concept of love requires admiration, attraction, devotion, and respect. Conclusion: I am 50% in love.
So moving on to the multiplayer.
One's rooftop, left side. Oh, he's on me. He's dead, he's dead, he's dead. Behind you! Oh my god, I just saved your ass. I got 3 kills there, what was that?
The gunplay is really good. The gunplay, I wouldn't say is anything crazy or anything to write home about. Guns overall have decent recoil management, like it's nothing too crazy. It's very Call of Duty-esque, I would say. Like your gun's not gonna start kicking up to the ceiling or anything. Because I feel like they did this on purpose, because other pilots or other players like yourself are capable of moving extremely quickly. If you, like, movement in this game is incredible, and if you master that, you are literally flying around the map. So if guns were extremely difficult to use, it wouldn't be fun at all. So I feel like the guns were well balanced overall. The R301, I believe, is the main assault rifle given to you at the beginning. In my opinion, is your best bet for overall destroying people with, because it is excellent at mid to, no, I wouldn't say long range. It's like short to long range combat. It's excellent gun. Most of the snipers are 1 to shoot 2-shot kills. And yeah, guns in this game put you down pretty much instantly. As a pilot without a Titan, you are very squishy. Like, you die very quickly. But I think it works well in this multiplayer, and like, this multiplayer is the definition of fast-paced, and I love it for that, because it's quick and simple. You can hop on, you can play a match for 10-15 minutes, you can play 2 matches and then hop off, you know what I mean? It's nothing stressful. You're not really committing a bunch of time to this game in order to have fun. So as I said earlier, mobility is very fast if you master it. They have certain tactical abilities for your pilot, like a grapple hook that allows you to get up to higher places faster, or maybe if you messed up a wall running technique, you can hook to the wall and recover and continue. It is very well done, and it feels natural. Like, I feel like I picked up this game and quickly understood how the wall running mechanics worked. They also have other tactical abilities like I think it's called Stim, where you move incredibly fast and it regenerates your health a lot faster than it already does. This makes hitting targets so much more difficult, and it makes you a very, very quick moving target as well. But yeah, mobility is solid across the board, easy to pick up, easy to get into, and it's honestly, it's just not difficult overall to just hop right into it and start wall running and jump around. And yeah, it doesn't feel cheap. It's really well done overall, mobility. So abilities in this game are pretty cool. As I mentioned, the grapple hook and the stim are abilities. There's a cloaking ability where you go invisible. You go invisible to people in Titans, and you go transparent or semi-transparent to people who are on the ground with you or other pilots. This is difficult to see from long range in my opinion, but up close you can see them pretty clearly. There is also a dagger throwing ability where you throw this dagger and it scans people in your vicinity. I feel like this ability is a little too strong because the proximity at which it pulses for you to see people through walls is pretty big. You can also kill people with the dagger, which is pretty cool. That is an awesome ability. There's an ability where you drop a shield and you can use it as cover. I feel like this ability is kind of strange because, as I mentioned a lot, this is a very fast-paced and mobile game. So sitting in one spot to kill targets is kind of strange, and it probably makes you an easier target for people because you can just probably get around them pretty quickly and kill them. But yeah, overall the abilities in this game are pretty cool. There's a holographic ability like in Halo Reach, where you can drop a version of yourself to run straight and bait people. If you're really smart with that stuff, you can really get cool kills with people and bait them and get assassinations on them. It's really cool. But yeah, the abilities in this game are pretty solid and cool, and it works and it fits very well in this Titanfall universe.
But what truly separates the pilot from all the grunts and machines of the battlefield is the bond between a pilot and a Titan. When linked to a Titan, a pilot can only be stopped by overwhelming force, or an equal.
Titans. There's quite a few different Titan classes that you can choose from, and they're all very unique and cool. There's one which is my personal favorite, which is, what's his name? I think his name's Tone. The sniper one, where you can actually like hover and snipe. I feel like he's a difficult character to use because he's difficult to hit with his bullets, but it's very rewarding because if you hit, you're dealing a lot of damage, and it requires you to charge shots too. So you gotta keep it zoomed in and charge it up to deal a lot more damage. I think it's really cool. And all the Titans have their own tactical abilities too, just like how the pilots have their own abilities that they can choose from. So for example, the Titan I like to use, he goes up in the air and he shoots a barrage of missiles. Honestly, all the Titans are very well balanced.
So I just wanted to add on a few things when it came to Titans in Titanfall. The actual combat, like with the Titans versus the Titans versus pilots and vice versa, I felt like that was pretty well balanced. My only gripe would have to be that I feel like Titans are a little too soft in this game. Like, they get destroyed pretty quickly. If I remember correctly from Titanfall 1, Titans dropped into battle with a shield, like an overshield over their health bar, but in Titanfall 2, in order to have a shield or an overshield over your health bar, you'll either have to have a tactical ability card where you spawn with a battery, or you'll have to rip a battery out of an enemy Titan's Titan in order to put into your own. So I don't know if I like that mechanic as much as I like the first one, where you spawn with a shield. making your Titan a little more vulnerable, but I guess that is just their balancing. Maybe they thought they were too tanky in the first game, and they felt it was better this way. Overall, it's still a fun experience. I just wish the Titans weren't as soft as they are. But I do like how there are different classes of Titans, where you have your Ronin, right, where he's very, very easy to kill, versus the tankier Titans like Scorch, for example, which is a very large Titan, big and easy to hit, but soaks up a lot more damage.
Stability of the game, frame rate is pretty okay. I noticed with my PC some jittering with the frame rates, like some freezing sometimes, and sometimes the game, I feel like once too many things are happening at the same time around you, the game will just freeze for like a second and then put you right back in. Like I always think it's gonna crash, but it doesn't crash, which is good.
Okay, my game unfroze for a second.
But frame rate jitters are definitely an issue, and like the game freezing for a short amount of time is an issue. But overall, I haven't had network issues or anything like that, just kind of frame rate problems overall.
Now, we shall see how impressive you truly are.
This game is fun. This game was a lot of fun, as I mentioned, with the story, with its unique elements and levels and characters and gameplay overall. It's a very unique and awesome experience, and like calling your Titan and jumping into him in the midst of battle is a feeling that is unrivaled by any other game. Like I'm telling you, dropping your Titan, getting in that Titan, ripping out batteries of enemy Titans to give it to your homie's Titan.
Hold on, stand still. On ass. He's dead, I got him. I'll get your battery, hold up.
Solid copy. Following you. Transferring systems to manual operation.
It is an awesome, fun experience, and the game doesn't feel like a chore, right? You can go in, you can play a match or two within a half hour, and it's easy peasy, you know what I mean? You hop in, you hop out. It is the definition of quick fun when it comes to a video game. So I definitely recommend trying out this game. It is slept on like big time, and I hate that they dropped this game when they did. They dropped it in between two AAA major games. I don't know why they did that, but I'm glad that this game is gaining some popularity right now, seeing as they had it free for this past weekend. And yeah, they've had a lot of sales on it for PC, so definitely pick this game up on whatever platform you're on. It's an excellent experience overall. Gunplay's fun, mobility's fun, Titans are fun, and it's just an awesome experience overall, and it's a lot of fun. So definitely pick this one up. Anyway, this has been your boy Birchboi. Thank you so much for watching. Peace. Stay safe.
Good luck. Get your ass out of the Simpod, Cooper. Meet at the dropship.